bought the property around 17 years ago, and basically it was a vast expanse of lawn with a few trees, and I've built it up from then. My name's Joanne Dodd. I'm at Quarter Acre Farm in Mittagong. I have a background in agricultural science, in soil science and production horticulture. I've also studied ecology and management. So the way that I garden here is very much using ecological principles. So creating biodiversity and getting all the good bugs to do the pest control jobs for me. I chose to grow a lot of fruit and vegetables because that's my training. I couldn't afford a larger farm, so I wanted to demonstrate what can be done on a quarter acre block. Traditionally, the quarter acre block was designated as being able to provide enough for a family, and I've demonstrated that I can certainly do that. I also was on a low income, so I grow a lot of my own food to supplement my income. I don't sell any of my produce. I operate in the gift economy, so I like to give away my produce. So in the past, I was a regular supplier for places like Biodiverse, Bistro Officina, and lately I've been providing goods to Birch as well. In return, you know, they gift me food or meals. I've also grown hops and give them to Eden Brewery, which means I've been getting free beer, which is fantastic. I use social media, mostly Instagram, but I link it to Facebook as a way of demonstrating what can be done on this block this size, but also ways in which you can do things that don't require a huge amount of effort. I think there's a lot of information out there, particularly when it comes to vegetable growing, that can be quite misleading and it can stop people from having a go. So I try to show that actually it doesn't take a huge amount of effort. I produce fresh fruit year round, so that sort of starts, if we go from spring with strawberries, caneberries, brambleberries, and then we go further into summer and I've got things like peaches, plums, apple, pears, nashies. As we get more into autumn, feijoas, and the citrus is starting to come along now, so citrus as well. I think it's important for people to be more in touch with the food that they consume so that they have a sense of where that's come from, how it's been produced, even getting to know your local farmers. So if you're not growing your own vegetable and fruit boxes, there's plenty of meat box suppliers as well. I think that's really important because a lot of people are very disconnected from nature, and knowing where your food comes from reconnects you back to the natural world. Social media is a really good tool for connecting people. So I have found that particularly in the Highlands that a lot of local producers connect with each other and support each other. So it's really a way in which people can collaborate rather than compete with each other, and I think that's really important in building social capital and community resilience.
Or has it been easy the whole time?
I think one of the most challenging things when setting up this garden was being able to visualise what I wanted to look like in the longer term. So I started with basically a quarter acre of grass and have gradually sort of built garden beds and sort of worked my way out practically from the centre to have very little grass at all now. I think people should be not so much more sustainable. I think we need to be looking more towards regenerative. Sustaining what we have now is sustaining systems that are actually degrading ecosystems. So I think we need to look more towards being regenerative. So building soil, building biodiversity, retrofitting houses to make them more energy efficient, adding on water tanks, solar power, that sort of thing. I love parts of the Southern Highlands where you can go for a drive and you're not very far from your home into the bush or into countryside. I love that we have small towns, we have a very strong sense of community, and then we're not very far away from places like Sydney or Canberra where you might need to go to carry out business activities or appointments and that sort of thing. It's really empowering. Yeah, it's
That's
really
been fun to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it gives you a sense of security and confidence if you can grow your own food. It's providing one of your basic needs. If you can do that, you can go forth in confident that you'll be able to feed yourself and your family in the future. It's absolutely a rewarding endeavour. The benefits of spending time in nature are very well documented, whether that's going for a bushwalk or going for a swim. But you can also gain those benefits through gardening. You improve your physical health, you'll improve your mental health, and you'll improve your social well-being as well, particularly if you go to places like community gardens and you share those activities with other people.